I'm going to use BP as an example because I heard a wonderful case about BP last week, right? So BP, in terms of companies who've got a pretty poor reputation right now, BP is probably up there, right? So Gulf of Mexico, millions of litres, God knows how many birds died, people's livelihoods rotten, their CEO goes sailing on a yacht, terrible, terrible. There was a story in social media last week about BP. There's a big conversation going on in the UK at the moment about fracking, and should the UK allow fracking, because North Sea gas is going to run out, and North Sea oil is going to run out, and they don't want to be dependent on the Russians for whatever. So should we follow the Americans in fracking? Big debate, and you've got the environmentalists saying no, mustn't do this. BP obviously wants to be part of it and get into that, but it wasn't BP that changed the conversation. What happened was a BBC reporter literally happened to go to a place in a village in Wales where there was what he understood to be a relatively small BP fracking kind of manufacturing for a fracking facility. And it was relatively small, and it was test, and no news had ever been made about it. And he went to this and talked to the villagers who lived next door to this, and the villagers were extremely positive about BP, because essentially this fracking facility, you couldn't even see it. It was beautifully green, it was the sort of thing, but the natural landscape of what was there and around it had not been impaired, not the least. In fact, BP had spent an awful lot of money ensuring it was beautiful. Now, what happened then from this one journalist is that story went viral. And then people around, not just the village around it, said, well, I didn't even know there was a BP fracking facility there. You're like, really? Is it? And it completely changed the conversation. It changed the conversation. Actually, BP, going from this ogre and monster of oil spilling, is actually, they are doing stuff, beautiful stuff, which is supplying the nation's oil and energy, but doing it in a very considerate and social manner. The conversation changed because it was taken by social. It wasn't them doing the talking. It was a humility. So they didn't shout about it. It was all what I've talked about today. Now, I'm not saying BP is now considered to be a sort of outstanding sort of global citizen, but that sort of thing changes the conversation. It's about acts. It's not about ads. It's about acts, not about the words.